Hello and welcome to another stunning day, but my reflections on day 77. Day 77, what does the Tao say today? The Tao, day 77, talks about the concept of surplus, the idea that if we have more than we need, then maybe we build metaphorically along the table. And there are many statements today, or many connections to do with the Tao today, is that that where there is surplus, then we share, and where there is scarcity is that we refrain from continually taking. One of the things that seems to occur quite a lot in our society today is that, I suppose there's all those big statements about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and that the imbalance of those relationships. I can't immediately influence any of those things, and this today is not going to be a certainly, for me, the Tao has not been a political thing at all. However, what I am going to do is just bring it back to this concept and this idea of our relationship with surplus. We sometimes have more and have more of something for a reason, and so actually it's what made the world go round. It's how the economy of the things that we do as we transfer that surplus at times into conceptual idea of wealth, and we share that. I am conscious at times that actually I have, and I'm fortunate enough to have a surplus of many things. The biggest one is time, actually, which then means that I don't have a lot of time. Knowledge, intellectual property, I've invested quite a lot at times, strange enough, in the acquisition of stuff, which we've talked about in previous lessons, and so I give of that freely and I share of that freely. The way of the Tao is for us to be able to engage in sharing our surplus freely. So whether that be wealth, time, energy, love and affection, our talents, whatever it is that we share of that. The way of man, as it talks about in the Tao, is to continue to take, to acquire, to be in a relationship with one's ego, and to use the measure of the acquisition of stuff, being right, being important, many things, as a measure of status and importance and success in the world. Don't think I've thought that for a long time, and so day 77 has been a reasonably straightforward day, because it's the way that I live my life. For those people that know me, then they'll know that I give of my time and my knowledge and stuff and energy freely to make a difference all the time in their lives. Where it gets complicated is when people take that for granted. There's a phrase that we use all the time in coaching: if people don't respect your no, then they never truly respected your yes. And sometimes the thing that trips us up, or certainly has tripped me up, is when you give of your time freely, thinking it's being respected, only to realise that when you need someone else's surplus back, their time, their effort, their energy, is to realise actually they're now quite upset with you because you said no, because it's not continued to be on their terms. Now that will never stop me giving my time, effort and energy in things freely, but maybe just take a note, check in on one's own ego at times today. Sorry, the sun's really bright today, which is beautiful. And go, just actually, what can I give? And more importantly, what do I take? And am I respectful for what is given to me in terms of someone else's surplus? Or have I begun to expect it as a right? And I'm just used. What is the net flow? Am I balanced and equal in the world? Do I give as much as I receive? Am I involved in fair and equitable exchanges of energy with people and things and that doesn't always have to be a financial thing. Actually, giving could be as a result of the acquisition of wisdom, experience, knowledge, and receiving could genuinely be a gift, and as a result of you sharing your surplus with someone else. So at the end of day 77, there's lots of things that happened on day 77. Conversations with people, all sorts of different things, and it really has been quite a powerful thing to just question for a moment, what is the balance of energy that exists? And the conclusion that I've come to is that maybe sometimes I actually deplete myself quite significantly, and I've questioned just how much is that I give, is my surplus actually my surplus, or is there an element at times of me overgiving, and for what reason, for what purpose? Not sure yet. But day 77 has been a massively profound day, and I think it's probably because it echoes the way that I've lived my life for a long time, but it's caused me just to question and reevaluate how I go about that. So see you on day 78. The sun is shining, so that's all good, but just question, what is it you give? How do you give? How do you contribute? And what are your thoughts and feelings around who takes what from you? See you tomorrow.